Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Hair from Cali, I live in the valley. Then you look sexy.
Yo! Yes, sir. It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Back at you with another episode. Share this episode. And we're going to do like we always do, man. You know, we're going to talk the talk. And we're going to go out and make it happen, man. Because that's what we do over here. You know? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like my dad used to tell me, what's understood don't need to be explained. Yep. So, you know, every once in a while, somebody usually send me something involving celebrities, entertainers, or whatnot. And if you've been following me for a while, you know, I've been seeing and talking to entertainers since I was a teenager, basically. So in other words, I've met some of your favorite rappers and R&B singers at the age of 16, 17, 18 years of age. When I was in high school, I met a lot of these people. You know, I met Mobb Deep when I was 17. I'm a hip hop head. I love hip hop music. I met Mobb Deep when I was 17. Nas, Biggie. The crazy thing is, I can say this now. I don't do it no more. We went back to the hotel and we were smoking weed together. I was 17 years old. This was like 30 years ago. 30 years ago. I was smoking weed with Mobb Deep, Havoc, Prodigy, back at the hotel. We was chilling. Now, the only reason I could get close to them because my cousin at the time, he was going to school in Florence, South Carolina, at the university, Francis Marion, all right? And he knew somebody that lived around the way from Mobb Deep. So that's the only reason why I could get close to them like that. You know, but the crazy thing is, Prodigy from Mobb Deep, rest in peace to Prodigy. Prodigy was a pretty cool dude. He was a pretty cool dude. You know, Havoc, he didn't say too much. Because, you know, some people, like, if they don't know, you don't really say that much or whatever. You know, I'm kind of like that. So these were some of the first people I met when I was 17 years old. And the shit kind of blew my mind because I never seen anybody that on television that I wanted to meet and had a chance to meet. So I was kind of excited, really, until I started hanging around them for maybe an hour or two. We was around at the hotel. We didn't stay that long. Because you got to think about this. I'm 17 years old now. I drove my mother's car to Florence, which is like an hour, just over an hour away from Georgetown, where I'm from. At least that's where my parents' house was at the time. That's like an hour and 15 minutes away. I didn't have permission to go there, to go to Florence, to this club where they was performing at the time. So I'm already out of pocket for even being out there without permission. So, I can't really stand. I ain't really supposed to be out like that. It's like the club over at what? 1:30, 2 o'clock. I ain't really supposed to be out like that. And I didn't get into trouble, but my mom was looking at me kind of strange when I came in at after 2 a.m. I'm 17 years old, but it was cool. It was worth it, and then when I went to college the first time, I started meeting more of these celebrities and entertainers or whatever. And what I found, man, is a lot of these people are they're not that smart. At least I didn't think they were smarter than me. I just think they focus on whatever they could do best. And they just found a way to get paid from it. That's basically all they done, really. They had major, they were laser focused on doing whatever they was doing, whether it's rapping or singing or producing. Well, I didn't think they were better than me or they had more experience than me. They grew up different than me. They were older than me. That's about it, really. But I never looked this is one reason why I never looked up to them. I never said, hey, I want to be like Nas when I grow up. I want to be like Jay-Z. I want to be like P. Diddy. I never really looked at them like that. Because I know that they're just regular people. They just happen to have a lot of money. Some of them have a lot of money. Most of them don't. That's another thing. And see, a lot of these people, as I've gotten older, I've lived long enough to figure this shit out and to realize that a lot of these celebrities are fucking liars, yo. Most of them are liars. Most of them have been exposed for them lying about how they grew up and name your favorite celebrity if you met them in person and hung out with them for a couple of days or even a couple of hours, you wouldn't like them. Even Oprah's a liar, Jay-Z's a liar, P. Diddy, you name them, they're all liars. You even got the foreign rappers. They're lying too. I'm not gonna call no names, but you pretty much got to get, before, let's take hip hop, for example. I remember when I was growing up, people hated hip hop music. They hated it. I mean, they still hate it to a certain extent today, but it was a different level of hate when I was growing up. As a teenager, man, I was afraid to even tell somebody that I was listening to rap music or hip hop music, you know, especially when I went in the Navy. Cause when I went in the Navy, I'm hanging out around a lot of foreigners. And a lot of these foreigners, they despise hip hop music. They hated that shit. You know, let me tell you, a lot of foreigners, like they like rap music today, like Drake and all these people, and Fat Joe and all these people they like today, and some of these damn people I don't even know. But let me tell you something. Before all these foreign rappers started rapping, Eminem, Big Pun, and Fat Joe, and I can go back, Third Base. Before them guys started rapping, none of them almost no foreigner. They didn't have no foreign audience. They didn't have no Puerto Rican audience. They didn't have no white audience back in the 80s and 90s. There was a handful of white people listening to rap music, hip hop music. But it ain't like it is today. Today, the majority of people listening to rap music are whites. They're buying that shit like crazy. Back in the 80s, it was the opposite. The majority of the audience were black people. And a handful of white people and almost no foreigner was listening to hip hop music back then. But the shit is flip-flop. You know, because what happened is you have a lot of foreign rappers, because you know rap music is worldwide now. You have a lot of foreign rappers that have started rapping, especially since the internet has kind of opened up things now. Because the record labels can't control shit like they used to. There's no middlemen. There's no gatekeepers no more. So now that a lot of foreigners are rapping and singing now you have everyone has an audience now. Whether you live in Korea, China, Vietnam, Australia, Canada, whether you Puerto Rican, whatever. Everyone has an audience now. And see, a lot of these people have a colonizer's mentality too. You know, so they'll come in and say, hey, you know, because a lot of black people, let's just keep it real, a lot of black people have put a lot of these people on back in the day, in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. And once they get put on, they come in, blow up, then they'll turn around and be like, oh, I don't need you motherfuckers no more. And they'll be like, oh, it's my shit now. This, you know, hip hop music was started in Jamaica. Yeah, this type of shit that happens now. You know, and it's all lies. You know, none of these people created anything. Everything was created right here. My dad had 8 tracks of people rapping in the 20s, 1920s. My dad had 8-track tapes in his truck of guys rapping over beats in the 20s. So think about that. And people hated that shit. And see, that's bad leadership. When you let somebody come in, take your shit, and claim it as theirs, and act like you don't exist. That's bad leadership, bro. That's not good leadership. And they'll take your shit and claim it and turn around and treat you like a hoe and act like you ain't done shit. And it gets worse. And these guys and gals know it ain't true, but they don't say anything. They're silent. There ain't no pushback. Nobody's saying, hey, man, I got respect for my man, but he's a liar. Or I got respect for him, but that ain't right. None of them saying anything. None of them. You know why? Because all of them are liars. Your favorite entertainer, Oprah, Jay-Z, whatever, whoever, they all liars. You know, everybody want to say, oh, Jay-Z, a street dude. I never thought he was a street dude. He's just a nerd. He's just a guy that grew up in the projects, and he was just around the street dudes. But I never thought he was putting in some work on the streets. Hell no. I knew that was a lie. When I first heard it, I kind of brushed it off. That's crap. And now you have boatloads of people that are saying exactly what I thought back then. That they'll come up with a good story about anybody. Because people like the rags, the richest story. Just like they like the train wreck. What? And Oprah too. Oprah didn't grow up hard. Her dad came out, and her damn near all the damn family came out and said Oprah is a liar. Basically. No. Damn near all her family said that shit ain't true. Uncle didn't do nothing to her, you know. And everybody can't be lying. I mean, why would the dad lie? It was her dad. You know, and Oprah was very upset about that when her dad came out and said that shit a couple of years back. You know, Oprah was very upset about that shit, boy. For real. Plus, I know somebody that worked that used to write for Oprah's magazine. And even she was telling me some shit that was totally goes against what most people think about Oprah. You know? So this is why I never looked at these people as leaders. They're just entertainers. I don't take them serious. And I don't even take them serious as business people. Because most of these people, I don't know what they did in order to get in the position that they got to. A lot of these people have done something strange for a piece of change. They'll do something funny for a whole lot of money, if you know what I'm talking about. A lot of them go to these private parties in Hollywood and New York and Atlanta. They go to these big mansion parties. I know what happens at these. I've been around to some of these parties. I know what happens. You know, some weird old degenerate shit happens at these parties. So I don't know what they had to do in order to get in the position that they're in. So why would I listen to them? Because I'm not willing to do anything that jeopardizes my manhood and integrity. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing anything that's going to jeopardize my integrity as a man. I'm not doing nothing strange for a piece of change. But I know these people, they're not like that. They're not like me. There's some guys and gals, they'll be like, look, who I got to blow and who I got to screw in order for me to get the deal, in order for me to move forward, in order for me to move up the corporate ladder. Oh, there's a lot of people that's willing to do that. That's pretty common. So, see, I can't compete against that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going down on another man. I'm not willing to jeopardize my integrity and my manhood like that. I can't come back from that. I can't live with that. And see, my philosophy is this. I don't go to bed. I don't do anything that I can't go to bed and sleep good at night with. You know, I can't do it. I'll find another way. Now it might take longer. That's okay. That's okay if it takes longer. I'll get there. I always win. I haven't lost yet. Everything I set my mind to, I always win. I haven't lost yet. You know, I don't. There's no excuse for losing. Losing is unacceptable to me. You know, it might take longer. That's fine. You know, everything I put my mind to, I conquer. I'll find a way to make it happen. It doesn't matter what it is. That's the thing. It doesn't matter how much lack of experience I have. I'll get the experience. Doesn't matter what I have to learn. I'll learn it. Doesn't matter how long it take. Okay, I'll get there. You know, now I know I'm going to meet up people along the way. You know, it might not be the person that's going to help me leapfrog over everybody else. That's okay. I'll still get there. I'm not going to let one person stop me from doing whatever I want to do in life. You know, I wasn't raised that way. You know, now some people say, well, you're going to be by yourself. You're by yourself anyway. You came in the world by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself. Some people be like, oh, nobody's on my side. I don't need anybody on my side. I've went against a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of companies by myself, and I won. I kicked their ass. I found a way to win. And it was the game is so tight, they couldn't even find a way to reject me. They couldn't find a way to say, hey, this ain't that. No, I got all the paperwork. I got paperwork and I got video and audio. This shit is so tight. They can't wiggle their way. They can't weasel the way out. The game is so tight. You know what I'm saying? And then you got these guys, these clowns online that want to tell you, hey, you don't need no game. Bullshit. I've been, my parents taught me the game. I've been like, game is just strategy. Game is not about manipulating people and lying to people. Fuck no. I've been using game all my life. Everywhere I go, I got to have it. And you're going to tell me I should stop doing what I'm doing because I'm in another country? What, are you an idiot or what? Come on. Why stop doing something if it's working? Where's the logic in that? You know, see, a lot of people have prostituted the word game. They make it sound like it's some type of trickery, or you gotta lie and steal and rob. And hell no. Game is strategy. Game is like protocols, a way of getting shit done. That's all it is. It ain't no goddamn fast talking, cutthroat motherfuckers. No. That's some old, that's some criminality type shit. That's what they talking about. They're talking about being a good criminal. And some of these guys are not even good criminals. Some of these criminals, they need to learn some good game because they ain't good criminals. Shit. I'm like, hell, you ain't even a good criminal. How the hell you gonna tell me how to do something? I've been winning all my life. And you've been losing half your life. You in and out of jail with a criminal record. I don't got no criminal record. So who's a fool, me or you? Shit. You know, smash the like button. You know, who's a fool, me or you? You telling me I don't need game, just be yourself. Fuck, I'm gonna be myself regardless. But there's strategy and a way to get things done, regardless of what country you're in, regardless of what people you might be dealing with. Look, if you go to another country, the landscape of the people are going to be different. No doubt about it. But you still can't be ignorant. It ain't sweet in these other places. It ain't no peaches and cream. Don't be naive just because people treat you nice or give you some sex or give you a hug and a kiss or let you interview them. That don't mean that's just business. You know, there's a lot of people who will say, hey, you do all these interviews with these other groups of people, white people, foreigners or whatever. So what? That's just business. That shit ain't personal. And then some people, and God forbid, don't be one of these guys that say, hey man, I went home with her last night. I had sex with her. That's my girlfriend now. She can't be racist. Are you that dumb to believe something like that? I mean, there's a lot of stupid guys out here, men and women, that believe, oh, just because I had sex with them, that, you know, it's all good. They can't be a racist. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn you can jump off of. Because that's just fun to them. That's just, you know, just another day in the neighborhood type shit. That doesn't mean anything. That same woman will get out that bed and revert back to who she was before she got in the bed. Or that same man that will get out that bed and revert back to who he was before he got in the bed. That's just entertainment. That's all that shit is. So don't be fooled by that shit. You know, come on, man. You got there's a lot of stupid men and women out here that fall for that bullshit. You know, I mean, and I've seen this happen I've heard and seen evidence of this for, my goodness, over 20 years now. You know, I'm like, come on, man. You can't believe that just because somebody talked to you on the telephone or do an interview with you, you know, come on, man. That means you give them a pass. Oh, he ain't a racist. She went down on me last night. Come on, man. That white cooch got you like that, man. Come on. We got to do better than that. We can't be surface level thinking. We gotta go. You gotta think deeper than that. Come on. You know, he'd be like, oh, I think she likes me. So what? So what if she likes you? I'll tell you what, if most of the celebrities, if you take your favorite celebrity and you met them in person and hung out with them, you wouldn't like them no more. You might not buy their records no more, their songs no more. Because a lot of them are lame. Ain't no game. How the hell you think somebody like Tiger Woods, he can marry some nanny, the nanny bitch, and got half of his money taken after the divorce? How stupid can you be to marry a nanny? A bitch that had a job for somebody that you knew. I mean, come on, man. I mean, this shit is hilarious, you know. And then he turns around after the divorce, a couple years go by, he wants to get married to the bitch again. And the bitch was like, if you want to get married to me again, you're going to have to give me, well, I think she said something like $100 million, some stupid shit. It was a crazy number. You know, I'm like, what? Now you got to pay this bitch to get married to her a second time. I said, boy, if he fall for that, he's stupider than I thought he was. Hey, he might be great at playing golf. But boy, when it comes to common sense, whew, that's something else. So these celebrities ain't your leaders. They're not good leaders. They're not nobody to look up to. None whatsoever. You know who's the leader? The person that that reflects back to you when you look in the mirror. You have to be your own leader. That's the only place the leadership is ever going to come from. It ain't going to come from no place else. It ain't going to come from no damn celebrity. You know, it would have happened already if that was the case. And these entertainers today, they bought and paid for. They're like hoes. Actually, they're worse than hoes. The majority of them. Yeah, all you got to do is just if somebody has the bag, well, that's it. They're going to take that bag and that's going to be it. And you know why a lot of them are like that? Because a lot of them are really broke. A lot of these celebrities don't really have money like that. They living from not paycheck to paycheck. They living from project to project or show to show or sponsor to sponsor. That's how a lot of them are living just like that. Or movie to movie. You know, or, you know, we saw this during the pandemic. When the pandemic came, oh man, a lot of these entertainers, boy, they were scared like little bitches. Boy, a lot of them were really scared, boy. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, you down here with me now. That money ain't gonna help you now. See, you can't see during the pandemic, you couldn't pay to get rid of the virus. Nah. See, we were equal then. We were equal. See, a rich man and a poor man was the same during the corona shutdown. Everybody were equal. We were all the same then. For that, I don't know, maybe a year. We were all the same for like a year. No one had the advantage over anybody for that 1 year. A lot of these rappers and celebrities, entertainers, boy, they was shaking in their boots. Like, man, ain't no answers. What we gonna do, man? How long this gonna last? And oh man, a lot of them was selling their cars. A lot of them put their houses on the market. Yeah, you couldn't even sell. Nobody was really buying houses like that. Really. A lot of them were trying to sell their cars before it got repoed. And a lot of them were trying to sell their houses before it went into foreclosure. Oh, yeah, boy. Because that show money dried up for a lot of them. Because you have to understand, most of these rappers and singers, their bread and butter is the show money. And a lot of them have a high overhead anyway. So when that show money dried up, boy, they were scared. Boy, like, oh my God, what are we going to do? No. What are we going to do? Yeah, that's how they were acting, boy. They were scared. Now, the only person that had some balls, even though he's crazy as cat shit, I think, is Kanye West. He's crazy as cat shit, but he was the only one that really had some balls. He'll say some real shit every once in a while, and then he'll say some shit and contradict himself. And I'll be like, what? What the hell are you talking about? But everybody else was quiet during the pandemic, boy. I mean, you could hear it. Nobody was really saying much of anything online. The only people that were really saying anything were the, average everyday people, basically. That's where most of the noise was coming from. A lot of the entertainers were quiet, like never before. I'm like, I'll be damned. I'm like, damn, they shut the whole city down. Damn. A lot of them were at home in their house. They didn't come out. Oh, shit, man. This shit is real. That's what a lot of them were saying. This shit is real, man. This shit is real. We all gonna die. I'm like, what? Like, who raised you? We all gonna die. We ain't got a chance in hell of making it? Nah, man, they don't make, no, man, who raised you? No, man, damn. Don't tell me I ain't got a chance, man. Come on, man. Nah, I ain't that type, man. No, I don't go down without a fight. Hey, if I go down, I go down. But I'm telling you, we're going to tear this motherfucker up. That's what I was saying at the time. Now I know, hey, I can't leave the house. Ain't no place to go except you go to the store and back home. That was the only thing open. Well, they had the liquor store open. The liquor store and the grocery store and the drugstore was open. Everything else was pretty much closed where I was living at the time. I was in Atlanta. So I'm like, I know I can't go outside like I want. But it's all good. Shit, I live. I mean, I don't really be out there like that anyway. So it didn't really bother me. Plus, I couldn't work. The company I worked for, they shut the whole building down. So I'm like, hell, it's all good. I'll just start a podcast. Love can't wait. And that's what I did. And that shit took off. I could say what I wanted to say over there. I didn't have to worry about being censored and none of that shit. And that was cool. I think I was home for like over a year with no job. And I survived. If you're listening to me right now, we survived the pandemic. And we weren't no damn celebrities. You didn't have to be a celebrity to survive. And money ain't had nothing to do with it. Celebrity ain't had nothing to do with it. You survive because you made a decision to survive. That's it. You have to become your own leader. Nobody, no celebrity is going to come down to save you. Nobody is going to come and save you. Your dad, your mom, they're not coming to save you. Your grandparents, if they still living, they're not going to save you. You know, I realized a long time ago that I'm out here by my damn self. Like, really? I mean, nobody cares. No one's ever going to care about my life as much as me. So that means I got to do what I got to do to be free, to live my life on my own terms without having to sacrifice who I am as a man. I got to go completely against the grain. Even if I'm by myself, even if the odds are against it, even if I have no support, even if my friends or family turns against me, because it's my life, my game, my show. Because no one ever gonna care about my life as much as me. No one loves me more than me. And there's people that say, oh, they love me. Yeah, that's cool. But nobody loves me as much as me. I'll put anything on that. And you're gonna lose because nobody loves me as much as me. You know? And I wrote about this shit. That's what my book, Boss Life Secrets, was all about. It's all about taking full responsibility for your life. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Was everything your fault? No. You didn't raise yourself. Somebody raised you. Unfortunately, we don't get to pick our parents, our family. We don't get to pick them. But that don't mean you got to spend most of your time around them. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. You don't got to hang around them all the time. You can you can put space in between. Hang out with them during Thanksgiving, you know, or Christmas, whatever. You don't got to hang. Most of your time should be spent around people that's pushing you forward, not holding you back. And see, most of us, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of people around us like that. We have people around us that basically are like kind of like cheerleaders. They're kind of sitting on the side, just looking to see what you're doing or whatever. But they don't want to join in. And they'll clap their hand if you do something that they think is good or deserving of. But they don't want to put no skin in the game. Most of us are around people that's just like that. It could be your wife, your mama, your sister, your brother, whoever. But they don't want to do nothing. They want the least responsibility, if any. And we can't really talk to these people because they can't relate to us in most cases. We can't relate to them because they grew up different. Maybe you went in the military like I did. So we have a completely different perspective on life and how we want to live and the places we traveled. And they haven't. They haven't had the experience we had. Most people haven't traveled as much as me. Most people haven't. And this is why I don't like talking about it to my friends and family. When I go home, I don't talk about all the places I've been and I travel all around the world. Nobody cares about that shit. When I go back home, all they know is I'm Cousin Lo. That's it. I'm nephew. That's it. They don't care nothing but the Navy and where I've been to Australia and Japan and Dubai. Nobody cares. They don't care nothing about that shit. That's why I don't talk about it. I mean, they weren't there with me. The only people I talk to that shit about are people that have been to the same places I've been. Some the same time and some at different times. And that's it. But the good news is most of my family, they don't really know what the hell I'm doing. They see certain things I'm doing, but they don't know they don't know how I did it. They don't know how it works. So they can't really say or comment about any damn thing because they don't really know how this shit work. They see the finished product, but they don't really know, like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I hear him talking about something. But I don't know what he's doing. I see something he wrote, but I don't know. So they can't really say much. You know, they don't say anything positive or negative because they don't understand. You know, but most people, I know, their families are and families or friends are very negative. You know, they don't know. Let me tell you what's worse. Is when people don't know what you're doing and they're negative as hell. And you tolerate that shit because they're your family, your sister and your brother, your parents. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. See, I don't have no favoritism. If you cross me, you lost me. If you cross me, say something disrespectful or do something disrespectful, I cut the motherfuckers off. I don't play that shit. Just because you first cousin, second cousin, sister, brother, I don't let nobody slide. I don't play that. But you, more than likely, you have favoritism. And you'll be like, man, that's my sister. I can't cut them off. I can't do my sister like that. Bullshit. I don't let nobody slide. No. If one person can't do it, the other person can't do it either. No, I don't play them games. See, that's how most people are. Most people they have favoritism for people. One person can say something and the other person can't. I don't play them games. No. I don't give a damn if it's my wife. Hell no. No. Nobody gets a pass in my world. No. I didn't let my mom get a pass. My mom done something I don't like, I tell her about it. Don't do that again. And she didn't do it again either. You know, hey, rest in peace to my mom. Look, I love them, but you ain't gonna fuck me over. And you're not gonna disrespect me. No. Hell no. 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 And you got one time to do that to me. That's it. And I'll fall back from them. And that's going to be it. Oh, yeah, I'll talk to them every once in a while. If I see you, I might not answer your phone call often. But if I see you, yeah, hey, how you doing, man? You doing all right? Cool, all right. That's it. But I'm not going to give you another chance to do some shit I don't like or disrespect me again. Hell no. No, I don't play that shit. No. I don't care who you are. That's how I roll. See, most people, you tolerate that bullshit. And then you complain about how these people are disrespecting you and ain't treating you right. Because you tolerate it. If you look at the leadership in this country, from the politicians to the celebrities to the entertainers, the reason why they do what they do, because we tolerate it. We let them get away with lying to us about what they're going to do when they get in the White House. All the politicians lie. And they get away with it because what you going to do about it? That's their attitude. And a lot of this falls on the guys, because most guys, unfortunately, most guys today are cowards. Most guys today are cowards. And see, most guys today complain about what the women are doing. Well, the reason why the women are acting the way they're acting, because we tolerate it. Look at how the women are acting online or acting out in the streets. We tolerate them. We give them attention. We reward them for bad behavior. And then we turn around and be like, oh, fuck these bitches. I'm going to Colombia, or I'm going to Brazil, or I'm going to wherever. You reward them. You give them attention. You throw money at them. Then you turn around and complain and be like, oh, I'm out of here. Come on, man. What part of the game is that? That's why I say most guys are cowards. The average guy right now, you might have a hard time to get them to say anything bad about a woman that they know personally. They won't even say anything bad about their mom. That's why most guys are cowards today. Mom is untouchable in a lot of people's family. Even though she might be a dirty, rotten, low down, no good for nothing biatch, but they don't say anything about it. Oh, they'll talk shit about dad all day long. That's easy. Everybody does that. But they don't say nothing about mom. Mom is she's great. She's a low down, evil bitch. In some cases. And a lot of these guys have been raised by hoes. That's another thing. And see, a lot of these guys that were raised by hoes, they have this deep-seated attention, kind of a deep-seated mama's boy, attention, kind of backwards way attachment to their mom. It's like, because see, these guys saw their mom with different guys when they were growing up. And so they'll grow up and, they start meeting young girls or whatever. And the girl that they meet is just like their mama. the girl that they meet is the hoe just like their mama. And he think this is normal shit because he don't know no better. His mom was getting ran through by a whole bunch of guys when he was growing up. Shit, everybody knew it except for him. Everybody knew it except for him. Because, see, you have to understand, when I was growing up, everybody knew who was the hoe in the neighborhood. You ain't had to say it. Everybody knew it. See, they didn't call them hoe. They call them heifers. My mom used to say, hey, that heifer over there, or that heifer, I talked to that heifer yesterday. That heifer, she ain't worth nothing. See, we all know who was the hoe. You know, the hoe was usually the woman that had a couple kids and she was single. And there was always a guy that rolled up over there once in a while, you know, and he had a family down the street or the next town over, some shit like that. But everybody knew and I had a homeboy that was like that. Everybody knew who the dad was. I said, yo, your dad at the juke joint down the street. I mean, so we, you know, look, my grandmother used to tell me, it's okay to use people, but don't misuse them. So the hoes are always useful in some type of way, you know? But these damn celebrities, they're useless. I don't even pay them no attention unless it's time to entertain me. But when it comes to business, hell no. I'm not listening to none of them fools, and you shouldn't waste your time either. Hell no. I mean, why would I listen to somebody that's in the music business that call himself a mogul? You know who these people I'm talking about. I ain't gotta call no names. They stole and robbed most of the people's publishing that they signed, and then rob everybody. And most of the people that they sign end up dead somehow, dead or in jail. Stole all the publishing, got rich, and turned around and lost all the damn money. He got robbed by the people, the CPAs in Hollywood. So think about this shit for a second. Think about it for a second. You say you from the hood, right? You grew up hard. You put in that work in them streets. Now, you put in all them years, got rich, moved to Hollywood, and you let the white people rob you for your damn money. What type of bullshit is that? You went all the way to Hollywood to get robbed? Oh, what part of the game is that? You could have stayed home and get robbed in your own backyard. I mean, come on, man. I mean, don't tell me that. And you want me to listen to you after you done got robbed? Come on, man. I mean, look. Dick Gregory, the great Dick Gregory, rest in peace to Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory was right about these guys and gals. You know what Dick Gregory said before he died about all these, you name them, all these guys and gals. Dick Gregory said, ain't none of them shit. And you know how he knew? He knew these people because Dick Gregory used to be in the music business. A lot of people don't know that. So he knew all of them. Dick Gregory said ain't none of them shit. That's why he didn't hang out with entertainers and athletes. Because he said they weren't shit. He said that shit before he died. A couple months before he died. And when he said that, everybody thought he was crazy. But no, turns out he wasn't crazy after all. He knew he was ahead of his time, as always, you know. So this is why I don't take them serious. You know, look, they want to, if it's time to go to the show, it's time to go to the show. But don't tell me about no damn business. If you're a rapper or entertainer, I don't want to hear none of that shit from none of them. Hell with that. And I would advise you to do the same thing. Let me tell you the people that I listen to. I listen to the people that's been there and done that, and the people that are in the trenches doing it. You know, the people that's in the trenches, the people that's been there and done that, and they're doing it. Not somebody that's playing like they're a businessman or like they're a celebrity / businessman / get out of here. Get out of here. Not people that's flossing or flashing or talking about how, you know, they packing a gun and how they playing like they gangster, or like you're the tough guy. I'm the tough guy in my city. Yeah, but you can't go back to your city. You have to have security when you go back to your city. You know why? Because they're gonna rob you when you go back to your city. Because they don't respect you. They never respected you. That's why, because basically you never got no respect. It ain't because, look, don't fall for that shit. Everybody ain't a hater. Everybody ain't a hater. You know, there's a lot of people out here that say, well, a lot of haters out here, man. And the reason why people robbed them because, you know, a lot of haters. They can't stand to see people with money. Yo, that's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. Let me tell you something. When I go back home, I'm a fucking celebrity. I can always go back home. Ain't nobody gonna rob me. Ain't nobody gonna say shit bad about me. They might say, you know, I don't really fuck with him like that, but I respect what he do. He's solid. See, I'm solid out in these streets. I'm solid all across the country. Is nobody gonna rob me? No, I don't have to rap with none of that shit because I'm solid with people. You know, it just because you know there's like a lot of people say, oh, they're the hater. They're haters, man. They no. Now some of this shit people being set up, and a lot of times the setup's usually a professional hit. That's another thing. I ain't talking about a professional hit. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when people say, oh, he can't go home because dudes be hating on him, man. Ain't nobody hating on him. Ain't nobody hating on these damn people. A lot of these people, they don't even know who they are most of the time. You know, a lot of these people will lie and say, oh, I'm from New Orleans, but they really from on the outskirts of the city. Or they'll say, oh, I'm from New York City, but they really from South Carolina. You know, people be lying. You know, that's why you can't really believe a lot of these celebrities because they be lying. You don't really know where they're from until some of their relatives start talking or their parents pop out somewhere and stop talking. Because a lot of these guys and gals will hide their families. Oh, you might see the kids or the husband, but the parents and the grandparents, you never see them. And there's a good reason why that is. You know, and by the time they bring out the parents and the grandparents, if they're still living, they might have 10, 20 years in the game. And at that point, it don't even matter. It don't even matter at that point. Because a lot of these entertainers knew, they know if you found out who they really was, you wouldn't fuck with them. You wouldn't look at them the same. And this is why a lot of them change their last names. They change their last names when they come over here, especially when they come from other countries. They change their last names. A lot of people don't realize that. Like Charlie Sheen is a good example of that. Charlie Sheen is a Mexican. His last name is some other shit. He had everybody fooled, even me, you know, until I saw, hey, he keep going to Mexico a lot. What the hell going on? You know, turns out he spent most of his time in Mexico. He got a house in Mexico. God damn, he's from Mexico. So a lot of these guys and gals, they change their last name. They get getting the skin bleaching cream. And some have surgery. You know, all kind of weird, degenerate shit they be doing, man, in Hollywood. They get a nose job and it's on and popping. They get an ass job too. It's on and popping, boy. You might have a woman that come from some place like Dubai. She'll take that fez off, get a nose job, lose like 30 pounds, bleach her skin, dye her hair. Shit, she's white now. No. For real. It's a cold game out here, man. But people will do anything. These entertainers will do anything for the bag. See, I'm not willing to do anything for the bag. That's the difference between me and them. That's why I don't listen to them. There's certain things I'm not going to do. I ain't doing it. You know? What up, Walter? Alabama in the house. I would down anybody. I had to straighten your mom. Yeah, you might have to straighten your mom out, bro. And almost, I bet you, Walter, almost nobody in your family did it until you did it. You know, that's usually how it goes. You probably were the first person in your family that had to straighten your mom out. You know, because they get out of pocket and they be like, oh, I can say what I want. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me. No, I don't play that shit. No, nobody gets a pass around me. Friends, family, oh no, hell no. If she wrong about something, she know I am. Did Dick Gregory spoke real game most people can't handle? Yeah, man, Dick Gregory was most people. Well, first off, you know, a lot of people will say, well, he be yelling and screaming. I'm like, bro, my grandfather used to talk like that. That was normal shit, bro. When I was growing up, my grandfather used to curse people out. That shit, bro, my grandparents and my grandfather's friends, most of his friends used to go off on people when I was growing up, bro. I saw that shit growing up. That wasn't shit to me. Now, my dad wouldn't really go off on people like that. But my grandfather used to go off on people all the time. That's kind of common when I was growing up. I mean, that shit don't scare me. I ain't really that sensitive. That type of shit. So people will say, they'll try to discount him and say, well, he'll go off on you, man. I didn't really understand what he was saying. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who raised you? Shit. What type of guy you was raised by? That says a lot about you. If you say, oh, I'm not gonna listen to him because, oh, he's yelling and screaming. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but a lot of these dudes, man. You gotta see it. I used to be the black sheep. Now they all depend on me. Of course. It always happens that way. It always happens that way, Walter. That's now I'm like that now because I'm the youngest. And you know what happened? My sisters and brothers, they thought I was crazy like 10 years ago. They're like, oh, he's on some. You ain't gonna have nothing. One of my sisters was on that bullshit. You ain't gonna have nothing when you get older. I don't know what you're doing, And she thought she knew every goddamn thing. Look at her now. She's sick, broken. Her kids are fucking like degenerates. Kids are degenerates. She's sick. Now it's kind of like she don't got nothing to say now. Because everything she thought about me, none of it came true. She don't even, now I think she's kind of like, she don't really know what to say to me now. She don't say shit. She don't say nothing now. It's kind of like, oh, well, yeah, he was right and I was wrong. Yeah. Look at your fruits that you bared. Look at all your kids. How's your health turn out? She's a diabetic. You can't even make it to 50 without getting sick. How's your program working? Yeah. She got a store, a gas station. She's working in that motherfucker 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. At 65? Hell no. I'm not going to be working in no place for 12 hours a day at 65 years of age. Oh, you out of your goddamn mind. I'm not doing that shit. I ain't going to be like that. It's just that, no. Nope. Can't do it. Won't do it. And see, during the pandemic, I made a decision that I'm going to go hard. And I'm going to reap the benefits in the long run. And that's exactly what happened. Because, see, I'm fighting for my freedom. That's what I'm really fighting for. And see, now, I don't really have to do anything anymore. I can do what I want to do with who I want to do it with now. And it's all because I sacrificed during the pandemic. When everybody was scared, I wasn't. I was aggressive. Like super aggressive. when everybody was scared. Panicking. What you panicking for? You got to make a move regardless if you're scared. You can't let the fear take you over. God damn. I mean, you can be scared all you want, but you're still going to have to make a move. It's chess, not checkers out here. And that's how it is. You can't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. That's what scares the shit out of most people. They're in that, they got that comfy job. See, they got to go to that job and kiss that ass. Most people. Even your girl, your wife. Let me tell you something. If you had a camera and you could follow your wife, your girlfriend around at the job, your woman be kissing ass at that job, man. I've said this many times. Your woman is kissing ass at that job, and these are the same women that will come home to you but won't kiss your ass. And you want to know why she won't kiss your ass? Because in her mind, you ain't worth it. That's why. You ain't worth it because she can't be like the white woman at the job. See, she wants to be first. She wants to be side by side with the white guys at the job. That's why when she comes home to you, she won't give you the same level of respect. That's what that's really all about. It ain't about no money. Don't believe the hype. It ain't about no money, being no good provider. That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. Jose and Oscar is broke as hell right about now. Somewhere in Texas or in Mexico or somewhere across town where I live. Jose is broke as hell. And Maria still give him respect. And you want to know why? Because Maria has to depend on Jose for her livelihood, regardless of how broke he is. So don't believe the hype. Don't believe, the reason why the black woman don't respect you because you ain't a good provider, you're lazy. That's a bunch of bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Because there's plenty of guys that are married to these same type of women, and they don't get no respect, and they pay all the bills. Pay all the bills. She save all her money and do whatever. She take care of the kids, and she's still complaining. He still don't get no respect. So it ain't about just being a good provider. Those are lies. And a lot of guys have bought into the lies. It's really about she wants to be like the white women. She wants to take the position of the white woman. I've said this many times. That's what it's really all about. We can't put her in the position of the white women. And you want to know why? Because we're not in charge in this society. Now, some of us do get respect like that. I happen to be one of them, one of those guys. But I understand how shit goes out here. Every guy ain't gonna have the same experience. That's just how it is. It's different levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know it ain't got nothing to do with no money. Because at one point, I ain't had no money. At one point, I ain't had no money coming in at all. And I still was getting women. I ain't had a car at one point. And I still was getting the women. I was on the bus. I was I was calling other people to pick me up to give me a ride. So those are lies when people say, oh, if you're a good provider, if you got a good job, you're educated, oh, women will see you as attractive. Those are all lies that people tell. Of course, you should be stable, educated, be able to take care of yourself. That's a given. But you should be like that for yourself. You shouldn't be like that for a woman. But that don't mean that a woman's supposed to lay down for you just because you got some money in the bank or a decent paying job. It don't work like that. It takes a little bit more than that here in North America. Now, if you go someplace else, yeah, it might be a little easier. Depending on where you go, you might have a better experience. But you got to keep in mind, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. You are who you are everywhere you go. And unless you change, upgrade yourself. That's how that is. You know, if you're a scumbag here, or you have or a lame dude here, you're gonna be or you're a simp here, you're gonna have the same problem over there. You're gonna be a simp in the other country, wherever you go. And the women are gonna take advantage of you, because here's what a lot of guys don't know. We have a reputation as Black American men to be nice guys. Every woman knows this worldwide at this point. They said the Black American men are nice. I would love to settle down and have a family with them. They're so nice and easy to get along with. Man, I wonder how it would feel to be with a Black American man. Oh, man. Boy, you get with a woman that's overseas, a smart woman overseas that knows what I just said. Oh, she'll treat you nice, boy. She'll treat you like a king. And you know why? Because she knows you're going to treat her better than the guy she grew up with. Because the guy she grew up with ain't going to be kissing her ass and putting her on no pedestal. Hell no. Jose don't play around like that. No. No, these other guys are hard on these women in these other countries. That's the thing that I realized when I went overseas. We're soft over here. We let the woman walk all over us, talk shit, or say a little slick shit every once in a while. We let it slide. Over here, these other dudes will put the smack down on these damn women. Jose ain't taking no lip. As soon as she even attempt, even look like she gonna say something smart, Jose put the smack down. Ah! No, boy, they don't play around like that, boy. These other dudes, boy, they'll pimp slap a bitch. I'm serious. And I don't recommend you getting violent with no woman. Just get away from her. But I'm telling you how these other guys are. They don't give a damn, but a woman call no police, they'll beat the hell out of that woman. They don't care nothing but none of that shit. See, the difference between us and a lot of these other guys when it comes to our women, they're willing to die for their manhood. That's the difference between us and them. Now, we're willing to fight for our freedom. right? We're willing. We'll fight We'll fight you, Black American man. We'll fight you, but we're not going to do a woman like that, though. And that's kind of interesting how that is. We ain't going to do a woman like that. We're not going to fight a woman. We'll give a woman a pass. But if the police jump on us, we'll fight that cop. We'll fight his ass to the death, right? Or if some shit go down, we'll unite and we'll be like, hell no, we ain't taking that shit. But we won't do that. We won't take that same energy towards a woman, though. For whatever reason, we give a woman a pass. Because a lot of us are simps, wimps, soft, too nice. That's what it is. And a lot of us have to check ourselves. You know, a lot of us, we have to check ourselves. You know? So, hey, share this episode. And that's about all I got, man. My sister in the same boat. She be on my mom's side, even if mom is wrong. Well, yeah, because they women have this womanhood bullshit going on. A woman will automatically take a woman's side regardless. That's pretty standard, you know. But regardless, sometimes you have to be willing to stand by yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's how that comes with the territory. My sister look at things weird as hell. Of course. Relationships, soulmate, and marriage is a waste of time. Well, I'm not going to say that, Walter. I would say for most guys, at this point, it probably is. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mike? You know, share the video. I'm gonna put a link in here, man. Yes, you get stream this on their own destination. Oh wow. Okay, that's new. So a new anything you want to talk about? Jump on. Yeah, saw something different. Listen to the whole. Oh, you was listening to the whole thing? Oh, okay. Shit. Yeah, you know, that's pretty much. You know, I didn't actually plan to stay on this long, really. But a lot of times when I get going, man, you know, when I start flowing, you know, the shit be gone. But hey, don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. And hey, I got a brand new podcast too. Yeah.
What's up, man? Hey, got it all shaved off.
Hey, you look like you just finished your haircut.
Nah, it was a couple days ago. Just cut it all off. Didn't even care.
Yeah, I got mine yesterday.
And I understand what you're saying. I think that a lot of the media and a lot of women got in men's ear in the United States, and plus the laws in their way too. It just knocks you off of being a man. It really does.
Well, just a lot of lies down here.
Yeah. And then they talking about these older guys that are like that. But remember, most of those guys were in war. They ain't going to take shit from you. You don't know what they're going to do. I've seen it. They will kick your ass in a heartbeat.
Well, they
don't bury your ass.
Well, they don't cross those guys.
Right. Don't do that. But if we were in the military like that, you know, like that, they wouldn't even bother us. They wouldn't do it.
Well, check this out, Mike. Mm-hmm. a lot of people, a lot of women, and I've peeped this. I've actually paid attention to this. When they find out that I used to be in the military, oh, they kind of see me different from then on out.
What, they stop messing with you, or they just listen?
No, they're still around. They still stay around, but it's kind of like, okay, I
You
can't trick
can't do
him.
anything. Right.
I can't tell him what to do. He's a
No.
little. Then they start saying stuff like, "Oh, he's a little too much for me to handle." Oh, okay.
No. No.
Whatever that means.
For real.
So yeah, I've ran into cops that were like that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking like on the side of the road. Where a cop said, "Hey, you ex-military?" I said, "Yeah." His whole demeanor changed.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It was for me like that too, And then one time I had Christian music blasted. I got it that one too. State, the state police. Hey, you on Route 29 to DC. Thank you. At night. Thank you very much. You let a brother go.
Yeah, I mean, they cut you a break every once in a while.
Yeah. I get a lot of breaks. People, they don't bother me. Because what is it? I got family members of the police officers. My uncle was like on the military base on Dover Air Force Base. He was like in the command, whatever, not the officer, but command sergeant major, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And for the military police over there. So he was doing that. And I'm talking to him. I know how their day is. I know how hard it is. So I'm just like, I don't even talk to you like that.
Yeah.
It's like throwing you in combat every day. You're not supposed to do that. Even the government knows you're not supposed to do that. And then you wonder why you have this stuff going on. We need more police officers that, they're not doing the rotations like that. They get that PTSD thing. Anyway, what else was it? The what else was it you were saying? I forgot.
I was saying a lot of guys let these women slide. They don't say nothing.
Yeah.
They don't say nothing to them. They reward them for acting a fool, and turn around and be like, "Why are they acting like that?" And then they'd be like, they throw up their hand and be like, "Man, I'm out. I'm going overseas." Bro,
After this, the last stuff they were saying, the last 3 years, no, they don't.
but
At
the
least not
people,
here. Not here, I guess.
but the guys before us didn't check a lot of that shit.
Yeah. Well,
They dropped the ball.
if you're talking about like the people that were like 5 or 10 years older than us, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, they did drop the ball.
They dropped the ball. Like my brother's age, he's 62.
Yeah.
Bro, they dropped the ball, bro.
It's like they learned some form of game from their fathers or whatever, and half of them didn't. They didn't know what to do with it. They just ran with it. And then all of a sudden,
I don't know what they were doing.
And then all of a sudden, you have kids all over the place, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Okay, check this out. They didn't do shit with the kids. They just let them go and do whatever.
Right. They just hit it up, knocked them up, and kept moving. And they knew what they were doing.
But
they just rolled.
Like I gave you, let's take my nephew, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's my brother's youngest.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know shit. Only thing he know how to do is work a job at some damn restaurant. That's it. He don't got no skills, don't know shit, don't know how to eat, he got a car, they got robbed, got the worst deal in history as far as financing. Then that shit got repoed, and now he got another car and he got ripped off again. And I'm like, bro, you ain't talking to your dad about this shit? He's like, nah. And then I talked to my brother about it. Yo, how come you didn't help him? How come you didn't talk to him about how he's financing goal when it come to getting a car. He's like,
Right.
oh, I ain't know he even got the first car. He ain't say nothing to me. And this, take some shit.
No. But I had to watch my uncle on that one. There's so many games going in and out. I understand that you can use that on women, but you know what? I don't have the energy. I just don't have the energy. You stay over there. I'm good.
Well, this shit is.
It feels like I'm going to work. I don't feel like it.
I mean, the shit is too far gone now.
Yeah. I'm just doing what I would do if I was staying here anyway. I'm walking away. I'm just like, nope, not dealing with that. You'll figure it out, and then maybe we can talk later.
I mean, well, if they ask for advice, of course I give it.
Or listen.
Yeah, if they listen.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't, and plus I don't want to talk down to them anymore. I'm just like, I really wasn't. I was just talking about what they were doing. It was very disrespectful. If I did that,
women?
yeah, if I did that to them, it's disrespectful. Also, this other guy today was talking about how we're not talking to men about doing these disrespectful things, and I'm like, you must not be listening. You're in your own world.
No, guys check other guys all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it turned the heat up on some guys. They started talking all this guff and like, yeah, you want to talk like that? You be the first one. Because you're putting us in this spot. You talking all sorts of shit. They ain't talking like you. They're talking all this other stuff and trying to talk down on us, not talk to us like you do. And it's
you always gonna have a certain them college boys, them butt lickers. They the ones be talking down the us.
We had to check them. And you know what? They changed their little tune, changed their page, changed how they did everything. Like, you better do it.
How about them Butler? You talk about them college boys, them frat brothers.
It's a couple of them out there. But, you still got your ones like, what is it, Derek Jackson? I don't know.
Well, he
knows where his
he just took advantage of a situation that most preachers and pastors do. That's all. He didn't do nothing that was special.
I can't say anything because that's kind of how I got here. All the way back.
Yeah, he just told them what they want. He told them women what they wanted to hear. That's all. And took their money. That's it.
Yeah, he's still doing it. And cheated on his wife twice. She's still with him. And I mean, how you cheating on her twice? That sounds like more of an open marriage, or y'all got this little threesome thing going on.
Well, they might have open marriage, but what it is
he got caught.
Exactly. And the public finds out about it, and that makes her look bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she doesn't like.
Then again, she might like that. Some people are into it.
No. They don't like being looked bad in public. No.
I'm saying some people like that. They like that. They like that. They want to be yelled at in public. I'm like, okay.
I don't know.
No.
That's weird.
I'm not doing that in public. I'm not doing that in public. No.
Yeah, me either.
Shoot, I'm too black for that to happen.
That's like
they'll throw my ass in jail.
Oh yeah, we can't act a fool in public. No, we can't get away with that type of shit. No. Yeah. Well, all right, man. Thanks for coming on. I'm about to get off here, bro.
No problem. You have a
peace. There you have it. Like, share the video, and don't forget to check out the Patreon and all that good stuff, and check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.
All right. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight, but then I saw the stallion that I like. Hair from God.